This is a sizing stem. Hi, my name is Paul Swift, and this is the Cycle Point. It has come to my sort of awareness here that based on some of the comments we've heard from people in some of the sizing stem comparisons that, people are like, hey, my sizing stem works well. My sizing stem works fine. And they do. I never said in any of the comparisons they don't work. But what people aren't getting and understanding is that this stem takes things another level. So therefore, I probably haven't done a good enough job to show that, to share that. Part of innovation is I also have to share what it's about and why. The other one is if you haven't taken one of our classes, you haven't learned this technique that I'm going to show you to help you. Not only, it's not about just saving time and money, it's to give a better customer service, to be a better bike fitter, to help relate and identify better with your customer. That's what this is about. When I look at some of the other sizing stems and stuff, I'm just thinking, did these people actually do bike fits? I do bike fits. And I work with lots of bike fitters, and I listen and I watch and I try to see what's going on. And I instill that in many of the designs. Innovating isn't just something like you just wake up one day and go, oh, I'm going to do this and try and make it better. I live it, I experience it. You remember, I've designed products for two of at least, or that have sold my products to two at least of the largest three bike companies in the world. I've sold to them some of the design products and sold the products to some of the biggest well-known name fitness companies in the world. This isn't like something I just went one day and, oh, this crazy guy came up with this thing and he thinks it's cool. No, we put some time and effort into it. So I have a long, rich history here. And I'm doing everything I can to share it with you because I love this stuff and I love when you are out there helping people. There's nothing more that drives me more than when someone like gives you a hug because they're happy with what you did. Well, this is what this is about. Okay, enough of the ranting. Now, sizing stems. What is cool about this is not that it's just fast, okay? People go, oh, great, so you can change the stem length. Oh, how's that feel? How's that feel? Especially these little tiny change legs, these changes. There's a couple things I want to share about that. A lot of times, feel. Remember, people, they're not sure what they feel. They've been doing this a long time. And that's kind of one of the sort of inherent, sometimes unfortunate things of cycling. People have been doing it forever. And pains and discomforts that they may have experienced a long time ago have just become the norm. Cycling's that way. Well, the norm isn't necessarily good, and that's what we're trying to wake up. And so lots of times you get people like, I don't know if that's better, and I don't know if that's better. And so you need to give them something to help articulate to us how it feels. And it's like, well, if they can't feel better, well, hey, this one looks better. Let's go with it. Well, what you do is with this stem, you go, how does that feel? And they're like, whoa, okay, now they're like, hey, that does feel a little bit long. And so what you've done is you've given them an impression to help wake up their kinesthetic sense or their proprioception, whatever the heck you want to call it, so that they can now talk to you a little bit better about this. And then so that is one thing to do, is use it to wake people up. That's part of fitting and part of the fitting process. Remember, if you raise a saddle and it's too tall, I always ask people, do you leave it there? No, you lower it. But how do you know it's too tall? You don't know until you go there and you give the person that information. So you get the visual as a fitter and the person gets the feel. It's the same thing with a stem. Apply that here. Now, another technique, it's not just speed. It's like, hey, you ever been to an eye doctor and an eye doctor goes 1 or 2, or maybe they do A and B, and which one feels better? So you can go, here's a stem length. What do you think? I usually only give them a few seconds. You can give them a few longer. What do you think of this one? And you're probably thinking, like, wait a minute, that's a huge stem adjustment. You're right, it is. It is. Which one feels slightly better? I'm not asking you to marry one of these positions and go, which one feels better? Well, you know what? This position feels better. Number 2. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go back, not quite as far, and ask 1, 2. And they're going like, you know what? I think maybe I slightly prefer the 1. Well, now you go back, 1, 2, and you start shortening up the distance. And here's the thing, is you have an area, like we're leaning a little bit towards the longer side. So now you're going to go and start chunking your way in, and they can help guide you. You have it in the middle. You want to go longer, shorter. You want to just keep chunking it in. This is a technique that the customers love and enjoy. It also helps reinsure your work and what you're looking at. It's also building customer rapport. They like to be involved with this. Give them that opportunity. So it helps enhance your service. It helps you pick a better solution for them because they're involved and they're going to help you more. So time isn't just about saving time, although that's important. Time is about to give that better impression, because if you take a real long time between one adjustment and another, their feedback isn't as good. It's not as quick. It's not. But if you go boom, boom, and they might even say, "Can you go back to the one?" Sure, boom. Like, okay, I like this one a little bit better. This is really important stuff, and I realize that maybe I haven't shared that with you. You haven't understood that. You haven't done that, because you can't do that with this. So why would you ever even thought of it? That's what we're trying to do. I'll tell you, the big companies have snuck into a few meetings and things. It's like, hey, one of their things is bike fits take time, so we've got to shorten. It's not just your time, it's your customer's time. The other one is, think about it. Start adding up this time. If you are maybe newer to fitting and maybe not as quite as quick with the wrenches as some of us that have been around a long time, using, let's say, a salsa sizing stem probably will take 10 minutes longer than this stem. 10 minutes. Do 2 fits a week. That's 20 minutes. What do you get in a month? Start adding it up over a year. What if you do 3 fits a week and you're at 7 minutes? What if you do 5 fits a week and you're at 5 minutes? Start adding up that time. I want that time back, but you know what? Your customer wants that time back. I'm absolutely shocked and amazed once when I was showing this saddle changer to a customer right in front of John Cobb. And John Cobb, you know, the saddle Cobbs, he's like, hey, this would be great. And the customer's like, I don't mind taking time to change saddles. And I'm just like, you got to be effing kidding me. I don't mind time changing saddles. Could you imagine if your customer heard that from you? What about your customer's time? You want to be competing with the internet. You want to do all these other things. This is a way to do it for less money, better service, better things. That's what we do here. We're here to innovate, take it to the next level. I realize I probably made a mistake and didn't share some of these real advantages and the technique, how to use this in fitting. I definitely have a lot more on this. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about some history and how we got here. I appreciate you watching. Now go save some time. Time is not just money. Time is enjoying cycling. I don't want to borrow from whatever that group, Save Time, Ride More, whatever it is. But save time, fit more. Save time, ride more. Save time, enjoy life more. Okay, you got the idea. Paul here at the Cycle Point. You want to learn about this in one of our classes? It's really cool. Check us out. You can watch us. This is probably on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram too. Take care.